Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm Eva Marie, and if you haven't watched any of my videos before in this series of my Sunday school lessons, it is okay because we learn about something every week and we don't really do review. So, welcome. I hope you subscribe and hit that like button down below and share with your friends and family. I encourage you to go to your Bible to read Job 1 through 22. The memory verse for today and to remember throughout the week is after Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before. Job 42:10. Sometimes life doesn't go the way we want it to. Sometimes bad things happen and we feel sad or confused about it. There's a book of the Bible that is filled with sad and confusing things. It is the book of Job, and it is a story of a man's life. The man named Job knew that God is with us when we are sad. In today's Bible passage, Job had a lot of reasons to be sad. In a very short time, he lost all his children, his donkeys, his camels, his sheep. He is a very sad man, deeply upset, but he remembered that God is with us when we are sad. His friends came to him to try and comfort him. However, no matter what happened, he knew and continued to trust God and remember that He is with us when we are sad. What usually happens when we are sad? We cry, right? Usually we cry when we are sad. Then we need a tissue to blow our nose or wipe our eyes. When might someone need a box of tissues? When might they be sad? Whatever you said, I think you are probably right. Those are all times when people might be sad. Many of those things happened to Job. He lost his family, many of his favorite things, and he even got very, very sick. At first, his friends tried to comfort him, but after a while they started to say some very mean things. They hurt his feelings. However, even through all these hard things, Job remembered that God is with us when we are sad. The thing I love about this story is that it doesn't end with sadness. And you can read about it in Job 42:10 through 13, and then 16 through 17. Isn't it nice to know that Job was able to be happy again? God is with us when we are sad, and He is with us when we are happy. That means He's with us all the time. So I'd like you to do an activity. It does have to do with the tissue, so if you guys are running out of tissues during this time, it's okay. It's just kind of a cool representation. How strong is the tissue? In this activity, I would like you to test the strength of a tissue. So you place as many marbles on a piece of tissue as possible without breaking through the tissue itself. You could turn this into a game. Sounds pretty fun, honestly, if you're bored. You place the tissue over an open container, like a large yogurt container works well, and you use a rubber band to hold it in place. You pass out marbles to everyone. There might be multiple kids, or, if you're a single kid, just do it with your parents. And you place the marbles on the tissue, one at a time. Whoever can get the most marbles to stay on top without breaking through wins. So, just a simple little activity. How strong do you think a tissue is? Try to stack as many marbles to see how many you can get without it breaking. So today was a very short lesson, I know. So I encourage you to do this following activity because I am going to join you in doing it. So I don't know how long it'll take, but expect to receive a letter in your mail if you already follow me, if I know you, if you're one of my Sunday school kids. We're going to do letters of encouragement during this time. You can make your own cards or have pre-written cards if you have them on hand to personalize and send to someone who you know needs encouragement right now. You could send it to your friends, other family. Now, I haven't seen some family in a while. I haven't seen you guys in a while, so this is what I'm doing. Sorry. Do you know someone that is currently experiencing a sad time like Job was? This question, it applies to us right now. It's a weird time, confusing time right now. So some of you might be sad. You're missing school, you're missing your friends, you're missing other activities. I know a few activities I wanted to do will be canceled or postponed. I was looking forward to traveling. So everyone's going through this, so we all understand. Encouragement's definitely needed, so expect that letter in your mail. But I would like you to remember God is still with us through this. Now we're going to my favorite book. This one. I love this book so much because science is one of my favorite subjects, and often it's discouraged in the Christian community. I think it has a bad rap, but this kind of points that, science and Christianity can go hand in hand. So I'm reading Lesson 6, Holding It Together. Christ is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Colossians 1:17. Have you ever seen workers build a brick building? They don't just stack the bricks on top of each other. They need some sort of glue to hold all those bricks together. The glue for bricks is called mortar. In the same way, your body is made up of 37.2 trillion little bricks called cells. Like a building, those cells need some sort of glue to hold them all together. The glue for cells is called laminin. Laminin holds your body together. The thing that's even more amazing about laminin is what it looks like. When you take a peek at laminin, and you'll need an electron microscope to see it, it looks like a cross. And I'll show you. I hope it shows up right there. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Why is that important? Because it's yet another reminder that we are God's own creation. You see, God left his fingerprints all throughout his creation. The Bible tells us that even though we can't see the invisible qualities of God, like his awesome power and his holiness, we can see his creation and know he is real. You can find this in Romans 1:20. Jesus was with God at creation, and in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible. In him all things hold together. Colossians 1:16 through 17. Laminin is a picture of what Jesus tells us in his word. He is the glue that holds our bodies, our souls, and everything together. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, having the absolute worst day ever, or the absolute worst year ever, or few months, think about laminin. And remember that Jesus holds you and all things together. So be amazed about this. I think this is really cool. The earliest known use of glue was birch bark tar, which was used to make spears. The earliest written record of the use of glue comes from ancient Egypt. Hieroglyphs show that the casket of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, you may know him as King Tut, was glued together with the glue made from animal bones and skin. Ugh, gross. But interesting. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was kind of short. It's kind of hard to do things when you can't do activities with you guys. I really miss doing those things. I'm praying for you guys, and I hope you receive those letters of encouragement soon. Have a blessed week, and have fun, guys. Just remember, God's always with you through anything and everything. Bye!